Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So this is a 6-month update on our laying hens. And there's one down there taking a dust bath. Oh my goodness. They're getting rowdy out there. So just wanted to bring you up to date on how things look. So I am inside the actual chicken run. So this is the coop behind me that I built, and this is made out of a IBC tote. So cut one of the bars off, cut a hole in the side, and then from Premier One I got an automatic door opener. It's an easy door, and it worked great for about a month until one of the chickens got her wing caught in the string, the drawstring that opened and closed the door. So unfortunately she was injured by that and ended up losing both of her wings. So I haven't used the door since, so it's been permanently wired in the up position so they can get in and out, and that's kind of the end of the easy door. So other than that, it worked well for a month. And then they started laying eggs about 2 months earlier than I anticipated. So I built this 2-section laying box, nesting box. And it was just out of an old piece of 1x12 that was just laying around here on the ridge. And I just cut sections out of it, nailed it together, and they absolutely love it. They use it all the time. That's where I find all my eggs every day. So that works great. So I'm very pleased with how that turned out. And then we have the actual chicken run. And in the run itself, we have our feeders. I have 2 large feeders where we give them non-GMO feed. And I'll fill both of those up, usually on Sunday, and they will both last easily a week. So, and the chickens have access to them all the time, so that works out well. And then we have these 2 large 5-gallon waterers, and they work out well. I again load those up, fill those up completely on Sunday, so they have 10 gallons of water. And then throughout the week I just clean out the trays, make sure that the water in them is clean, and then each Sunday I just come back in and fill them up. So that works out really, really well. And then the chicken run itself, I constructed this back in the spring. This is made out of PVC pipe. I think it's 1.5 inches if I remember. Yeah, it's 1.5 inches. And what I did was I just drove into the ground 14 T-posts. And then once the T-posts were all exactly where I needed and nice and straight, I just put a PVC pipe over top, hooked them up with elbows, and that's really all there was to it. Took some time to put that all together. Then I put over top of it chicken wire, and that I just made out of, I had the one roll of 100-foot chicken wire, 100 by 4 feet I believe it was, and then I cut it into smaller sections, made one great big sheet to fit over the top of all of this. That was kind of a hassle getting it together. I wired it together. I don't know if you can see that black line in there. That's additional wire that's holding 2 sheets together. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets I believe is what it was. So this thing is 16 by 10. So it wrapped all the way around. It went from the ground up over the top and then back down here. And then the ends were covered with separate sheets that I put together. So it was a lot of work, but really wasn't that bad. And I did it all by myself too, so it wasn't that monumental where I needed help. So I was able to do that. And then during the summer it got pretty hot, and I wanted to make sure they had plenty of shade, so I went and put this tarp over top. So that helped keeps them dry and keeps the sun off of them, so they have plenty of shade and can keep relatively cool. And then I mentioned the one chicken that she lost both of her wings because of the easy door. That's her right there in the center. They kind of pick on her, poor thing. So I try to integrate her back into the flock, but they just picked on her mercilessly after she had recovered. So for about a month after she had the incident with the door, I put her in a chicken tractor, this one right here, and after about a month of recuperation, I tried to integrate her with the flock, and they just picked on her and basically just plucked all of her feathers off of her back, the poor thing. So I put her back into her own apartment again. So she's been living there. The feathers have grown back, but they still pick on her to some degree. So she stays in here at night in her own little. Oh, they just picked on her again. There she goes. But she stays in here at night. The others stay here in the run, and then during the day, I let her out to mix with the others. But it doesn't quite work out as well as I had hoped. But the other 11 get along just fine. So there you have it. So this is the update, the 6-month update for our chickens, our Rhode Island Blues. As you can see, Larry's got quite a bit of red on him. A lot of the Rhode Island red. It's a combination of Rhode Island red and Australorp. And they call them Rhode Island Blues. I don't know if you can see those 4 right there that are pretty dark. Some of their feathers are kind of a greenish blue, kind of a teal color. Pretty cool. So we have several that are gray, several that are dark and teal, and Larry's got a lot of red and gray on him, so that's how they're turning out. So we appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we're going to see you in the pasture.